the frequency of this drum. There's a frequency of this drum that's actually connecting with all of us, that is making sense, you know, and it really connects with the brain on that note, right? And so the sound just of this, what we call the boleador. And so our drums do have a specific name, and so to understand in Bomba, I may use the word boleador, that's a Bomba word. And so the boleador, it may be comparison to the low drum because it has a very deep, low sound, a vibration that it's hard to avoid it when you hear it, and when it's played from the heart, you can really feel it. I think we just experienced that a moment ago. The other thing about Bomba that I made this connection for me was an important part of information that kind of like, reminds us of being grateful. Just being grateful. One of the things that, and not to take certain things for granted, for example, your name. So the reason why we can still do Bomba today is because the rhythms have names. And this is so important when we talk about a music that came from African roots and African tradition. We have to really understand that, especially those that were enslaved and brought into the island of Puerto Rico that were named after Santiago, Cortez, and all these other names, that their original names were stripped, displaced. And so when their names were being displaced, so was their, in the sense of their history, right? Especially the children that were born from that era, that never really got to connect with their great-great-grandfathers, that never knew how they sound or the language they spoke. So this really tough time in this history that has not been documented thoroughly, I think that as we understand Bomba, we realize that this is so important for us. And so what you just heard in that rhythm that I just played, the rhythm is called Yuba. And when we listen to that Yuba, I think earlier, remember we were talking about, his music from Mexico, and I remember just the other day, a Mexican group was playing some music, and I'm listening to it, and I said, wait a minute, that sounds like a Yuba. Sounds like a Yuba. And then as we spoke about that music, they both had something in common. Both music derived from the African roots. So they had something in common with that rhythm that we may know as musicians, we may call it a 6/8. So the music connects us, right? The music connects us, and what divides us is our language. But what's interesting about the drum, in my word that I say, it's a pre-colonial language. I like to say that when we're drumming, we are drumming, it's a pre-colonial language. It's not English, it's not Spanish, it's not French. It's a language that we're still learning about ourselves, that's inside of us, that resonates, that comes to life when it hears a certain tone, a frequency, right? And then, this is it. This is a language that we still need to learn, but if we're just looking at the color of our skin or just listening to what language we speak, then it just goes over our heads, right? Instead of going where it's supposed to be, right here, right in the heart, right? So in Bomba, we get to do this. We really get to connect. We get to connect. There's a foundation though, right? Now, I don't want to just come in and perform and then just play and then that's it. So the foundation of Bomba is really, it sits right in front of me right now. The foundation is right in front of me. So what does that mean, right? I'm looking at you right now. You are the foundation. Without you, there is no Bomba. That's my point, right? And then of course, how do you move to Bomba? We're all, there's a few of us here, imagine we're all moving in different directions, right? And that's okay, but let's try to do it all together, right? Let's first build the foundation of the Yuba, right? we're gonna do that together, right? So we're gonna have Tita. She'll step out in the front there, and then please, don't be afraid. Just walk up to her, just come up close, and just move along with her. Just move and watch what she does. Just do the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry. So okay, you're gonna be over here, okay?
For the purposes of the camera, because they're filming for the live stream, they want to move a little bit.
I'm sorry about that.
You guys want to also film?
We can keep them there, just face this way.
Okay. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so do that straight down, straight ahead, keep down. Straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. The other way to the right. That way, straight that way. All right.
Should we go come up also?
All right, okay, you're good, okay. So Tita, won't you face me, please? There you go. All right. So get everyone come closer to Tita. Let's all stand next to her. Let's all help her, right? Poor little soul that she's lost all alone. Let's help her find her way.
It's basically
All right. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna play the Bomba, and it's important that we just all focus right now. Just right, focus on the rhythm, and of course, when we talk about music and rhythm, there's a one. We're gonna learn to, moving with the one, right? We're gonna move with the one, but let's see where the one is, right? And then here, each foot will be what we call marking the one. And so marking, when we say marking the one, it's like where your foot will actually touch the ground at the same time the one is being played. That's marking the one. If you mark it after or before, then you're gonna be all time. So the trick is just follow the one and then step on the one at the same time, and we're gonna adjust to that because we're gonna be going right and then left. Right and then left. This is the paseo. This is called the paseo, right? So from right and left. So each side is going to be marking the one, exactly. And that's where the one is. It's not in the end, it's out, right? When you step out and your foot touches the ground, that's your one. And then you rotate and you go to the other side. So it's actually 2 steps. 1, 2, 1, 2. Avoid the 1, 2, 3, 4. Try not to do that. Okay, so I've been doing this a while, and I just it happens. It does happen. So you are going to be doing something. You're learning something new. So the body, the mind has to adjust. That's all it is. And so just focus on 2 steps: right, left, right, left. And keep doing that. And now, just looking at you, now you become my metronome. I'm going to watch you. Excellent. buscando. Estoy buscando. Good. Árbol. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. I'm looking for a tree that gives me shade. Right? So let's repeat that now. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Good. Now, we're going to put a melody to that. That's going to be the chorus. And it will sound like this. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Heard that? Now your turn. Here we go. Ha! Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Good. Right? Here we go again. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Beautiful. One more time. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. So you notice every time you sing, you're doing the same thing with the foot, right? It's right there with the paseo. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Boom. Right now, there, I get to do some verses. You continue to do the chorus. Right? It'll go like this. I'll start with the chorus. You repeat right after me, and then I'll come in with the verse, and then you come in with the chorus. And I need you to do it louder. Okay? Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra. Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da. Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da. Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da. Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da. Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Ay, porque alegría la bomba que me da. Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da. Good, good. How did that feel? Right? We're not done yet though, right? But that's how, this is the idea, right? Now we build the energy. Now we're gonna build the energy. And I think what we could do is maybe like a half a moon, yeah, like a half moon circle. Cool, cool. Like that, right, good, good. So, I'm gonna let go of the microphone for now. This becomes the bate. The bate. When we do a bomba, there's a part where the dancer steps out of the line, comes into the bate. Then the dancer will face the drummer and actually will bow to the drum. So that's the tradition. And also let the drummer know that the dancer is going to start to improvise. Like freestyle. Like, was there something happening inside of you when you were doing the bate? There's something that you wanted to improvise. There's something that you wanted to do, right? That whatever that is, we don't know what that is yet. You know what it is, right? That's what you bring to the bate. That's the time you do that. And everyone, we give the community support by continuing singing the chorus. We don't stop the chorus to watch. This is when it gets to express. The dance gets to express itself through movements, and this is where the bullador drum plays now. now becomes the primo drum, which is the drum that marks everybody doing it, right? And again, you have the foundation, you have it here, right? So you're here, right? So, and then we have the chorus, right? The chorus is the other foundation. So let's bring in the chorus. I'm gonna start you off again. Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra.
Buscando un árbol que me dé sombra.
Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra.
Estoy buscando un
So as I
árbol que
walk out
me
the
dé
circle,
sombra.
ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da.
Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra.
Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra.
Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra.
Ay, porque que tengo calor a mí me da.
Estoy buscando un árbol que me dé sombra.
Que me dé sombra, que me dé sombra. Always stay in motion, don't stop, right? So here, so then once I'm doing this, and the chorus is doing their thing, I'm singing. Now I may do something, right? I may do this. I may do this. I may do this. Whatever it is, but it's gonna make sense because I'm flowing, I'm jamming, and I'm just feeling all right, okay? And then you got the people, everybody singing their coro. You got the bullador drumming. You got everything you need, right? What you don't need is fear. So yeah, I know. It's easy said than done. It's very intimidating. Right? The fear of not knowing, not understanding. That's all it is. Just the fear, just being nervous, right? So in the practice of Bomba, you start to learn to overcome it. This is why we do Bomba. It really helps us in the real world to deal with real issues that sometimes we hold back and holding back, and sometimes it's trouble to yourself. Sometimes you just let it go. This is it. Right? So please don't hold back. Right? Don't be afraid to let go. There's no wrong here. There's no wrong. If you feel like doing that, just do it. Do what you feel. Right? Don't judge yourself. Don't judge others. Just let it go. Have fun. Right? Now, so understanding this is paseo. This is paseo as we step into this thing. You can go. You can do either double step. Just flow. Like play with it. Get relaxed with it. Make sure that you're on time with it. And you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know it. And then you're gonna breathe, right? And then just pause and just salute the drum. Once you come back up, start listening again. Start your paseo again. Just to give yourself affirmation that you're still on time. That's all. And then once you know it, you know where your one is, right? And now, pop, have a good time. Right? Maybe, let Tita do it first so you can get an example. Okay? And then from there. Bomba! Ay, que me dé sombra, So now let's get the ladies with the skirts. Let's get them with the skirts on. Let's see what happens now when we put on the skirts, right? So one of the things that, of course, you know, what can we do a little different with them? Well, we just do it so that we get this. Just do it, right? We want that just to have meaning. You know, so do the same thing for the kids. Right? This one is this, right? And this is just what happens, right? And so, of course, as you do that, you're going to be building more confidence. That's the idea. The practice is building confidence, right? So use this practice for that, right? Get more aggressive with it. Don't hold back, right? There's lots of things we can do. You know, we could do things like this. This is one of the when we dance. This is one of the things that we use. You can call by language. We do this. So we're striking with the elbow. Right. You can double it if you want, right? Or you can roll back, or you can roll forward, right? And so there's different things you do. So just take your time, and you can pause and hit it. You know, hit it and have a good time with it. And then the other part is we need more of the volume of the voice so we can raise the energy in that way. Maybe come to quiet. Yeah, the How we doing? Oh, good. But you know what happens in this they change something and give them a whole different feel. So we're gonna see how that. How we doing, buddy? All right. Tie one side first to front and then back. And tight, really nice and tight. Without the skirt, look at that. For the performance, right? Like, and also, you know, like, Bomba, story that they affected us, how it impacted us. No, I did feel that. I just wanted to allow us growth in the city, right?
Yeah, they didn't give us that. So like my guy was like, you have to take a class.
Okay, so now. Now, Watch how you use skirt if you get it. You want to move forward. 1, 2, pop, and 1, one, right. This is how you're going to strike, right? Okay? Very important when you're dancing Bomba, when you're dancing with skirt, you don't do this. You don't do this. Why? Every movement is a forget. The only time the skirt is going to move, go. Paseo, you look at the drummer, and then you strike. Right? You know, and you keep your eye on the drummer, you strike, pause, and then you can strike again, and you can move forward, and you keep striking, and then you can do that. Right? Always understanding that you're going to be now communicating with those verbs. Right? Good. Get ready. Get ready now. Let's dance. Now remember, paseo first, right? Song, and then we come into buffet and have the time. Good, good. Wepa! So why don't we walk in a nice circle with a U-Bow walk, right? Like that. Step with the right, stepping with the U-Bow. Just like that. Follow me down? Yeah. There you go. Epa. So you see, each time you came around, I saw it. I saw the, the confidence building up, building up. Piquetes were getting stronger and stronger. So let's just take a moment to reflect on that because that's very important. So, how did you feel about what you just did? What did you just experience with yourself in this practice?
It was relaxing. I liked it.
You liked it? It was relaxing? Anything else?
The timing helped.
Huh? Exotic? Okay, okay. Anything else?
The timing helped to just kind of stay within the beat and everything kind of felt together.
Right, right. Good. Excellent. Anything else?
I like the way the drum responded to.
Right? This is like, it's another form of communication, right? Without words, but through expression, through movement. And, and it's also challenging, that I have to try to make sure that I'm communicating with you, but at the same time, it's a two-way conversation, right? So whereas what you gotta say also has to be like you gotta want to say that, whatever that is, so that I can also have a better understanding of that, right? I know for me it's very magical when that connection is made in the dance, so thank you for sharing that. I think it's important because everything that we're doing here is it's very therapeutic, when you can connect and synchronize with the timing. And that's important for the body to have that. Every day, we have what we call noise pollution. And believe it or not, those are part of the things that really, that's not healthy. It really isn't healthy to be under those conditions all the time. So when you get to dance like this, you're really doing something. You're not just dancing, is my point. You're really doing something that's very important for your health. You're creating balance through rhythm, through timing. And that, when you do that, you're gonna be a better student. You're gonna be a better learner. Whatever it is that you wanna be, it's gonna be more possible. What music gives to you in the inside, that inner motivation that we need to succeed, is all part of our dance. Does that make sense? Yes? Right? And so it's something that that's very valuable for you, always. And it's going to be a permanent mark for your life too. I can tell you that much. I know it is. It has happened to me, and it's here. It's here forever. Right? So. Do we have time for one more song? Okay. Okay. So, anyone has any questions? Any questions? If you have a question, ask now. Okay.
I wanted to ask you.
Emmett has a question.
I have a question about your suit. You're wearing all white.
I'm wearing all white. Okay.
Is that tradition or?
Well, yeah, I think the white for me is just part of what's been around me. I know that as a drummer, a lot of other drummers have worn white for certain occasions, certain beliefs that certain people wear. They use that for that. I know that for me, it has been my favorite color. It's just that I wear white because I just like to wear. I just like white.
It's not a requirement in the tradition.
No, it's not a requirement. No. In some cases it might be, depending what's happening there. But in this case, no. Yeah. Thank you for asking. That's the other. I know that when I do wear white, I'll share that. A lot and the beads that I wear. When people see me, they ask me, "Am I a babalao?" And I'm not. I'm not a babalao. So I'm not a priestess in the sense of that. But this is something that I think that when it comes to my culture, and people from the island and out here in the States, this is just something that we have been accustomed to in wearing. So yeah.
Just does everybody know what a babalao is?
It's like a priest kind of, spiritualist.
Yes.
So, which was going to be my second question. Is there a relationship, let's say, between Santeria traditions and the music of Bomba? work with Bomba? Bomba feed on Santeria? Is there any connection?
I think when you look at Bomba today, you're gonna see, even now, they're using Bomba in salsa music, right? So, anyone that's rooted in Bomba, but let's say there may be a Santero, and he plays Bomba. That, you know, so yeah, Bomba is done on many different levels. Today there's some Bombas that probably are done like underground, right? But the Bomba today, and I say Bomba today, has really opened up. It's really, that's why it's growing. It's because of those things that I guess that has been stereotyped and has been kind of oppressed for many years. Now it has become a community awareness. And so it has a different purpose today. It's connecting with us on a different level. It's now, we're using it in our own education. You know, learning about our own history through Bomba. That we realize that there are many more stories. And that one story that we were stuck on for many years, a lot of it came from, you know, the oppression, being oppressed. Because remember also, this music that I'm playing today, you know, in the 1900s, it was, you know, outlaw. It was outlaw. So, what you just did today, right now, way back when, if you were dancing Bomba, it was like, we say in Spanish, we use atrevido. Es un atrevido, meaning like, wow, he's so daring. How dare him or her dance that, you know? So that's the reputation that it had. So nobody wanted to do Bomba. It was like, you know, if you're doing that, you was considered low class, right? This is why, you know, how can a music like this, the oldest African-derived music, when you really think about it in the past 2 decades, you have to look at it like that, because if you're just looking at it now, first of all, you know, what you're seeing in YouTube now with Bomba, the first YouTube was in 2005. So this is why Bomba has kind of maybe been exposed to other people because they were watching it on YouTube. But most of these people, when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about the Puerto Ricans that did not have Bomba in their own homes. That did not even have the barril drum because that was not, you know, they never connected this as part of their roots. So Bomba, that era and that mindset, many of those people will say Bomba plena, Bomba plena. That's a, we already, you know, in the past 20 years that I've been cultivated with Bomba, I already can tell who understands Bomba and who's just got this idea of what they think Bomba is. And so that Bomba plena, you know, and not knowing the rhythms, not knowing the difference between the both when they're actually two different eras. It's just an idea, it's not a reality, and an education of your own culture that you can't even, you know, name the instruments that I have here because you know, this has not been a tradition for everyone. Only very few families on the island has been passing it on from generation, but not Puerto Rico in general. Not Puerto Ricans in general this is not their tradition. We're learning this now. We are learning, and the workshops that I've been doing, 99% of my, you know, of the people, of the students are Puerto Ricans learning about Bomba, right? So, because like me, it wasn't, you know, I didn't grow up with this. Right? This was never a conversation at the dinner table. Now we're having this conversation. I think in 2011 there was a breakthrough, Afro-Latinos in America, that, you know, that a lot of people that never connected with themselves as being Afro-Latinos, now is changing that. Now they're, you know, yes, we're Afro-Latinos. And that took quite, you know, some years to get there, right? So this music is breaking a lot of barriers. It's even one of the music that was part of when Hurricane Maria, when there was no electricity, what was on the island, Bomba, has been a movement for women in Puerto Rico. You know, the politics in Puerto Rico and how the things that are going on with the abuse with women, today, like, you'd be surprised, Bomba is a big part of that movement, of that uprise. And so there are many women now that are, you know, rising and through this culture and through the drum. So it's not just a dance for us. It's really, you know, it's helping us. It's making us strong. It's educating us. And we're relearning. We're just relearning and finding out new things that had been there for a long time but had not been documented. Now there's a lot more documentation going on through Bomba, and that's happening in the 21st century. That's why I keep referring to Bomba today. It's giving us more information, and it's helping. And I think that this is going to be moving forward. There's a lot more to learn as you engage in it, as you dance, as you experience in it. You're going to bring your own experience, and you're going to be part of that story. So Bomba is an open book. It's an open book right now. It's not like this is what Bomba is. No, I'm sorry. Bomba is an open book because many people like me are really awakening to their own identity. And when we do that, and then we bring it forward and we practice every day, now we're moving forward with Bomba. And that's why I go by the name of Dr. Drum. And my growth through the drum, I call it drumology. I'm a drumologist, and this is my practice. So thank you.
Anybody have more questions? For Dr. John?
Oh, and yes, and before, and excuse me, so let's just go briefly over the instruments. Maraca. So we use one maraca as part of the musical instruments in Bomba. Then we have the kwa, it's a stick. This is not the kwa, this is the kwa. We just use a hollow barrel. Actually, I could hit it on the side of the drum on anything, but the kwa is a stick. Then we have the boleador drum that plays the rhythm. And let's just go, let me just briefly go over the basic rhythm, which we just did now in Yuba. Sika. And our surfita, look at the paseo, look how it changes. That's Sika. Excellent. There you go, right? That's Sika. Now we're gonna go with Quebec. rhythms in Bomba, and every rhythm has a paseo. So yeah, it takes time to just build on it, learn more about it. But please, my name is Dr. Drum, and like Mehmet said, our website is bombayo.org. And so if you want to continue Bomba, it's not really so hard to do them. Bomba is easy. It's easy to make a connection. That's what I'm saying, right? Here in New York, there are a few organizations doing Bomba. So it's here. And thank you for participating and for being today's participants.
Thank you, Dr. Brown.
Thank you.
And Tita, thank you, Tita. Thank you, Dr.
Tita,
Brown.
round of applause for Tita.
Can I just have a quick announcement?
Oh,
absolutely.
Can I use that mic?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, this skirt is hot.
Hi, my name is Vicky, and part of the last club. It's the Latino American Student Organization Club.
Oh, hi. So, in the club, we like to do joint activities like this. Right now, it's just me and Nadine, but it's a student-led club, and we want to make sure that everybody can come, and everybody's welcome. You don't have to be Hispanic or Latino to join. And I know a lot of you guys had some fun, so maybe I'll see you guys in the club one time. But we do a lot of activities, and we're trying to figure out a time to, get together. But I know it's hard right now, and maybe you guys want to have some friends. So I think the best thing to do is kind of join along and see if you're interested. Thank you. You can sign up over there. There's the two beautiful ladies at the table. Thank you.
Please consider LASO, please consider joining, please consider being involved, promoting culture, history, please. I just want to say a few words myself. Just to close out, this was our last event this year for Hispanic Heritage Month. And so there are a lot of people to thank because this wouldn't be possible without the involvement of so many people. And I'd like to start with our guests who came and shared so much of their knowledge, their wisdom, their insight, their art, their talent. And so Dr. Drum today, Tita, but as well as our other guests, Andrew Viñales, Andres Tapio Usua, the incredible group Super Mambo, Aurelio Del Muro, who shared his art with us, Rachel McGibbons, who shared her poetry with us, very powerful poetry. So thank you to all our guests, our very extremely talented guests, and their scholars, their artists, and their teachers. So thank you. I also want to thank the members of the tech specialists who really helped us, Patrick Huber, Eric Greenop, Jeff, the students who worked with them in helping with the live stream. Thank you for that. And it wouldn't have been possible without any of them. And of course, the members of the Hispanic Heritage Month Committee. There are several of us. To start with, Maria Boada, who couldn't be here, but she's our other co-chair of Hispanic Heritage Month. The members of the committee are Ornella Laprimasuca, Professor Ornella Laprimasuca. I want to thank Craig Stokes, who's here somewhere. I don't see him, but maybe ran off. Craig Stokes, professor, teaches teaches languages, of course. I also want to thank Jean-Michel Champagne. I want to thank Catherine Espinosa, professors. I also want to thank Matthew Hanlon, who makes all this also possible. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. I'm just going to name myself again. I am Mehmet Küçüközar, I'm faculty in behavioral sciences and co-chair of Hispanic Heritage Month. Please, if you have any ideas for our future events for next year, next fall, please let us know. We'd love to, any recommendations, any ideas you have, of course, we'd love to have them. And I also want to thank LASO, who's here. Please consider joining. Latin American Students Organization is right there. Please consider signing up for that and being involved on your campus. Thank you. Oh, you want to make it one more?
No.
Oh, yes.